Welcome to EduCasts, home of EduCasters. Reciprocal determinism, the triangle of truth. Bandura wasn't done. He wanted to explain the interplay between the person and the world. He came up with reciprocal determinism. Imagine a triangle. Point A, behavior, what you do. Point B, personal factors, your thoughts, beliefs, biology. Point C, environment, the room, the people, the laws. Bandura said these three things are constantly crashing into each other and changing each other. It's not a one-way street. Example in schools. A student hates math. Personal factor. Because he hates it, he acts out in class. Behavior. Because he acts out, the teacher puts him in the back row. Environment. Because he is in the back row, he learns less, which makes him hate math even more. Personal factor. It's a spiral. But the good news is that you can intervene at any point on the triangle. Change the environment, move him to the front. Change the behavior, teach him study skills. Change the person, work on his self-efficacy. This gives teachers hope. We aren't just victims of a student's background. We are active agents in the triangle. Modeling strategies, think alouds, and mentorship. So, how do we actually do this on a Tuesday morning? 1. The teacher as the primary model. You are always modeling. Always. If you tell students, be respectful, but you are sarcastic and rude to the cafeteria workers, they will learn the sarcasm, not the respect. They watch your feet, not your lips. If you want students to be excited about reading, you need to be a reader. If you want them to handle frustration calmly, you can't throw a fit when the projector breaks. You have to narrate your own coping. Okay, the tech isn't working. That's frustrating. I'm going to take a breath and try plan B. You are modeling emotional regulation. 2. Cognitive modeling, the think aloud. This is a game changer for teaching complex skills. Usually, teachers model the product. We show them the finished math problem or the perfect essay. Bandura suggests we model the process. Stand at the board and talk through your messy thinking. I'm looking at this equation. My first instinct is to divide. But wait, that doesn't look right. Let me check the order of operations. I need to multiply first. By vocalizing the struggle and the strategy, you are letting the students hear the thinking. You are making the invisible visible. 3. Peer modeling. There is magic in the phrase, ask 3 before me. Group work isn't just a way to save grading time. It's a social learning petri dish. When you pair a struggling student with a slightly more advanced peer, the zone of proximal development, to borrow from Vygotsky, who gets along well with Bandura, the learning sticks better. The peer speaks the same language. They offer a model that feels attainable. The dark side, aggression in media. We cannot talk about Bandura without talking about screens. In 1961, the Bobo doll was shocking. Today, the average American child witnesses thousands of acts of simulated violence before they hit puberty, in video games, movies, and social media. Bandura's theory predicts exactly what we fear: desensitization and imitation. If a student plays a video game where shooting people is rewarded with points and cool sound effects, positive reinforcement, and there is never any pain or consequence shown, lack of vicarious punishment. SLT suggests this primes aggressive scripts in the brain. Does playing Call of Duty make you a school shooter? No. Reciprocal determinism says personal factors matter too. Most kids can separate fantasy from reality. However, SLT argues that it lowers the threshold. It normalizes the aggression. It teaches that violence is a valid way to solve problems. In the age of TikTok, we see social contagion constantly. One kid steals a soap dispenser for a devious lick challenge, gets 1 million views, vicarious reinforcement. And suddenly, every bathroom in America is missing soap. They are learning socially, at scale, instantly. This makes the educator's job harder. We are competing with influencers who often model terrible behavior. We have to work double time to model critical thinking and empathy to counteract the algorithm. From theory to practice. The modern classroom. Social learning theory is arguably the most relevant theory for the modern digital age. Here is how it looks in the present. 1. Project-based learning, PBL. PBL is pure Bandura. Students work in teams, social. Modeling skills for each other. They often present to an audience, motivation. They look at real-world examples, modeling, before creating their own. 2. Mentorship programs, pairing high school seniors with freshmen or fifth graders with kindergartners. The older kids rise to the occasion because they know they're being watched. The audience effect. And the younger kids have a model that isn't a nagging adult. 3. The fishbowl method. Have 2 students sit in the middle of the room and have a debate or solve a problem, while the rest of the class stands around and watches. After, ask the observers. What did you see? What worked? What didn't? You're explicitly training their observational muscles. 4. YouTube as a teacher. Why do we love YouTube tutorials? Because they are pure observational learning. You want to fix your sink? You watch a guy do it. You pause. Retention. You try it. Reproduction. If it works, you feel great. Self-efficacy. Teachers are now flipping the classroom, recording themselves solving problems, so students can re-watch the model as many times as they need. It's the Bobo doll on rewind. Albert Bandura died in 2021 at the age of 95. He left behind a legacy that fundamentally changed how we see education. He taught us that teaching is not about control, it is about influence. Skinner wanted to control the student from the outside. Bandura wanted to empower the student from the inside. For the educator, social learning theory is both a relief and a burden. It's a relief because it means we don't have to micromanage every single behavior. We can set up a culture where students learn from the environment and each other. But it's a burden because it means we are the curriculum. We cannot hide. Students learn more from who we are than from what we say. If we are passionate, curious, fair, and resilient, they will model that. If we are burnt out, cynical, and rigid, they will model that too. Social learning theory reminds us that the classroom is a community. It's a shared space where we are constantly signaling to each other what matters, what is safe, and what is possible. It tells us that the most powerful tool in the room isn't the smartboard, the textbook, or the grading app. The most powerful tool is the example. So, the next time you stand in front of a class, remember the Bobo doll. Remember that 30 pairs of eyes are recording your every move, downloading your code, and preparing to run the program. Make sure it's a program worth running.